let's jump right to it. 5 huge mistakes that beginner barbecuers make. Time and temp. Now, that's fine. I think using time and temperature for judging your barbecue is it's a good base point. It's a good place to start. However, you need to realize that if you have 2 different briskets, they won't necessarily cook the same time, even if they're at the same temperatures. There are different factors. There's different fat contents in meat that can change how fast or slow it cooks, thickness of meat, all that. So even if you have 2 5-pound cuts, one can be a thin 5-pound cut that'll cook a lot faster than a thick 5-pound cut. So don't rely too much on time and temperature. Use it as a base point. Huge mistake number 2 for your barbecue is underestimating the resting process. So there's times where I'll cook a brisket or times where I'll cook pork, whatever. I don't really calculate the time properly. I end up getting to the point where the brisket's finally done and it's about 10 o'clock at night and I just want to cut into it so bad, I won't even give it the proper rest time. I've had briskets rest anywhere from 30 minutes all the way up to 4 hours. If you wrap it properly in foil, in towels, and you put it inside a cooler, that brisket can stay piping hot for several hours after it's done cooking. During that time when you're resting, the juices start resting. They kind of start getting in between the muscle fibers. That's why when you cut into a properly rested brisket or a long rested brisket, it's like jelly. It's like delicious, it's juicy. If you have a brisket and you don't let it rest long enough, you cut it open, you can almost tell it's dry. There's liquid in it, but it doesn't seem to settle. It's kind of hard to explain. Feel free to experiment with that too. Like cut into a steak that you just pulled off the grill and then cut into a steak that's been sitting for 10 minutes after you pull it off the grill. There's a big difference. So always allow your barbecue to have some rest time, and that's important. Mistake number 3, overestimating your cooker, your barbecue pit itself. Barbecue comes down to process, art, and science. That's pretty much what it is. I've had amazing barbecue come out of an electric smoker. I've had amazing barbecue come out of a stick burner. I've had amazing barbecue come out of a pellet grill. I've had crappy barbecue come out of a stick burner. I've had crappy barbecue come out of an electric smoker, and crappy barbecue come out of the pellet grill. It all comes down to who's cooking it, how well they're cooking it, and if you're really paying attention to it, whichever. Don't focus too much on what type of smoker you have, or don't use that as a crutch. Huge mistake number 4, and I can honestly say this is a mistake that I still make often, and I don't know why. I should keep learning. I should learn, but I haven't, and that's gonna be not giving yourself enough time to barbecue. This kind of relates to the one I mentioned earlier about resting. What I mean by not giving yourself enough time is, like I said, meat can fluctuate in how long it takes to cook. And the last thing you want to do is feel like you need to crank your grill up just because it's not going to be done on time. I hate that feeling. Give yourself plenty of time. Give yourself hours extra. You can rest meat for a long time in a cooler wrapped in foil. So don't worry about your barbecue being done too early. Worry about it not being done on time. I'd have to say this one relates strictly to offset burners, offset smokers, stick burners, stuff like that. That there is such thing as too much smoke in a barbecue, and it can get downright nasty. And I'm not talking about too much smoky flavor. It'll get to the point where it's bitter, where it almost tastes poisonous. I've had barbecue when I first started doing it. I had a stick burner. I had a good black gray smoke rolling out of it, and I thought that's where it needs to be. It's a smoker. You want as much smoke as possible. I was cooking some chicken thighs, and I will tell you, they were disgusting. They were bitter. They almost just like grabbed your throat when it was in your mouth, and they were horrible. I mean, they legitimately tasted like they were poisonous, like I ate a bad chemical. So you can over smoke barbecue. It's very easy to do. So keep your smoker toned back, especially if you have a stick burner. You want a light, thin blue smoke, a light smoke, because that little bit of smoke is really gonna build up. It's gonna stack on itself, and it's gonna get plenty of smoky flavor. So sometimes you might not even see the smoke, and that's perfect. That's kind of what you want. So there you go. Don't over smoke your food. It can happen. You don't really have to worry about that issue with a pellet grill. It's just a natural, it's just how they work. There's a lot of flow inside a pellet grill. There's a fan and a blower that actually circulates the air and the smoke in there, so you're not going to get a huge, ridiculous buildup. I hope this video was useful to you guys. I hope you found it entertaining and true. Maybe you agree with it, maybe you disagree with it. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comment section, or maybe add on to my list. So I'd love to help get more people into the barbecue game. It's fun, it's rewarding, people love it, you make a lot of friends. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and again, leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope you all have an awesome day, have an awesome week. I'll talk to you guys later.